Hey everybody, welcome back to another Hot Dab Sessions for a very special edition of a Farmer's Cup recap. I'm Hashavelli, joined as always by Dr. Darby, and today we have the founder of the Farmer's Cup, Josh, joining us to tell us how the event went, who are some of the winners, and what you can expect at events going forward. Josh, thanks for joining us again.
Appreciate you guys, man. Thanks for having me on. The event was an absolute blast. Look, you guys pulled up, man. This one was pretty special, one for the books. We had a lot of fresh ass shit that happened. So many damn things. I'm probably gonna forget a few, but it was a blast.
Yeah, before we get into exactly what happened, I think everybody needs to torch up. We'll take our first dab of the show. Now, last time you joined us, you didn't take the dab. You let your friend Michael, who was a musical performer at your event, take the dab for you. So today you said you will be joining us.
Yeah, let's dab it up.
Now, before we dab, I think there's only one way to decide how exactly we're going to dab, and that is the rosin roulette wheel. This is the rosin roulette wheel presented by Rosin Evolution. This bad boy will help us decide exactly how to dab. So if you want to spin it, we'll see where we end up.
Come on, dab gods. Double slurper.
Double slurper. So
Dab gods gave you what you needed.
There you go.
Yeah, the double slurp is exactly what the dab gods
We
have
just take that
decided.
adapter out.
So there's only going to be one of us that can do it. So you can do it or I can do it. If you don't want to do it, we're not going to force anybody on this show. It's all about consent. Oh shit, it's dripping a little bit. See that?
Oh wow.
So Josh, do you want to try your hand at the double slurper, or would you?
Yeah, let's do it.
Do you want to try it? All right.
I'm with it.
Take that insert out of that. Yeah.
Dang.
Not my first time around the block, but I don't think I've done a double slurper before. Holy shit.
It's something new. It's not your first time around the block, especially when it comes to throwing events. So tell us a little bit about how this specific 420 edition of your Farmer's Cup went, and tell us, how long have you been doing this again for?
2014.
Okay.
So about 10 years.
Coming up on 10 years, a decade in the business of throwing events. Yeah. So how did this one go for you? I'm sure you've learned from the years of how and how not to throw an event.
Yeah, definitely, man. Like every event is a learning experience. You know, it's all about pleasing the people, getting your peers together for like-minded stuff, and it's tough, man. I'm not gonna lie, it's hella tough to do it, to put it together, and to just try to please everybody.
A lot of moving parts.
So many moving parts. There's so many moving parts. But you know, with the solid team, I got my partner Barry over there, Hung, the whole crew, Russ, just everybody, just all put in their all. And yeah, we made it happen, man. It's we're just so happy that we can get people together for the culture.
Yeah.
These days, it's kind of a blurry line between like the industry and the culture, and like where everybody in between. But we feel like we want to bring all that together and kind of see what the people decide on, man.
Mm-hmm.
So
now you mentioned that you've been doing this for a long time. What is the first step when it comes to planning an event like this? Do you start with identifying a venue and then work down from there, or what is your first line of attack when it comes to planning an event?
Definitely nowadays is first of all making sure you have like people to come to the event.
So
there's
building
an
a
interest,
following.
having a following or a good idea. But definitely the venue is probably one of the most important pieces. If you don't got a venue, where are you going to have the event? So yeah, I don't really start promoting our event until we got a venue locked down. Exactly.
So now, speaking of venues, what was the venue that you had your event at? It was a beautiful event, and it was packed too. So how did you find this venue, and where was it? Here in San Diego?
Man, shout out to Wicked West over there in Barrio Logan. They're about a mile or so down the road, right here in beautiful San Diego. It was just kind of luck of the draw. We met. Shout out to Alex over there at Wicked West. He's super cannabis friendly, and he let us do our thing over there with his beautiful venue. And, we're just so thankful. There was a time when every venue we would ask to do these events in, they're like, hell no, we're not.
As soon as they heard
what do you think? What are you trying to do at our event? So, but now, people are opening up to it and they let us happen over there. So it was great, man.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And you mentioned the first thing is having a following, having a good idea for an event. How many competitors did you have this year? I know there was over 50 alone in the flower entries, correct?
Man, this one was overwhelmingly great. We had probably the biggest turnout, the most diverse turnout for sure at this last one. Our 421s seemed to be like the most turnout. But man, we had probably about 150, 175 total entries. I'd say about 60 to 70 brands or growers. And that's, a span from the licensed side to the home grow side and everything between. So we were super stoked. We were especially happy to have our NorCal brothers and sisters pull up. So we had probably about 10 of those, actually probably like 15 or so from NorCal.
Yeah, so it wasn't just a Southern California comp.
Exactly. We even had some out-of-state people pull up too. Shout out to all this out-of-state cats that pulled up to our event. We had some people fly in and do the whole 9 yards, man. Some of them took home some trophies too. So,
really?
Yeah, good stuff.
Well, let's get into that. Let's get into who some of the winners were. But first, I got you all lined up. You got the double slurper. I got the Blitzkriega. You got the Blitzkriega. So we're going double Blitzkriega. And you brought a sample from the entries, right?
Yeah. This is a sample of one of the entries. This is from Honey Butter. They put, which one was this? This is the Honey Butter Camberloa strain.
Yeah, that's a weird name. I don't know if I've ever seen this before.
I've never heard of it either.
Carambola. Let's show everybody at home.
Shout out to Honey Butter. Shout out to Trevor over there. Made it happen. They pulled up to the event, dabbed everybody out, and we're about to dab some other stuff right now.
I like this brand because they do their own artwork in-house, and most of it, if not all of it, is of their dogs.
Yeah, they got the 2 puppies on
Yeah.
it. Come on, everybody loves puppies.
Yeah, that's a good move.
So
I love puppies.
Yeah.
who doesn't?
We got the blitzes in front of us.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, okay. So
Balloon
as we
animal.
open this up, we'll show everybody. This is beautiful packaging. As I mentioned, they have their dogs, as you see on the lid here. Open it up a little bit more. Gratitude, intent, connection, perseverance. And this is something we talk a lot about on the show is intent. A lot of intention goes into these products that we're creating in the Emerald Triangle, Mendocino specifically, where Honey Butter, I believe, is a Mendocino brand, Mendocino County. A living soil, as you can see here with the insert, stickers of their logo. These are their dogs
that's
right
dope.
here.
Yeah.
So you have some art to show everybody that you rep their brand. And then here's their jar. Carambola. And this is a collaboration with Sweet Sisters Family Farm.
Living soil too. I didn't actually know that one.
So this one looks like it could use a whip. So we'll do a quick before and after. This is what it's looking like before we hit it with a quick whip. And then we'll come back.
Your camera, please.
Yeah. Sorry.
You're trash.
So we'll grab one of these dabbers off of our Apex Ancillary board to give it a quick whip over here. And it's going to bring back to life all that wet consistency that most consumers have come to love.
It's easier to dab when it's wet as opposed to crumbly also.
Yeah, if it's too dry, it might crumble off your dabber.
Yeah, I've had that happen.
And then that's a bad dab to tool ratio.
Yeah, no.
Oh, wow, this smells beautiful. So as we whipped it up, it really activated this scent. The aroma, we'll take a look here. So that's that full jar whipped up. And this is honey butter. So we'll take a dab of that, Darbs. Now you're going to need 2 dabs because you have 2 sides of slurpers. So you just pulled a dabber off the Resin Bros official board. These are magnetic dabbers, so we're going to be able to be locked and loaded. That means we're going to be able to put the dab on here and then put them back in a set position.
Amazing.
So you don't have to worry about holding them the whole time. And we'll go in at just a reasonable D2T. So what temp would you like it at?
You're asking me?
Yeah, you're going to choose. Guest choice today.
Oh man, I feel like a lucky man.
You're already up against the 8 ball with this.
Don't disappoint us.
Yeah. Well, what are you guys doing?
Whatever you choose.
I was going to let him go in cooler than us, but
He is cooler than us.
we'll go in 150 degrees hotter than whatever you do.
Okay, I'll go in at a okay 7. Are you guys all right with that? I mean, I don't wanna push the
Yeah,
envelope.
let's do it.
Or let's go.
Let's look
He
at the
said
chart.
we're going with the OK 7. Pull up the D2T chart. But hey, I don't know what I'm going in at. Boom, here you see it. So as we take a look at the chart, we're going to look for 850. So that puts us near the top. Strawberry papaya-ish. You want to give that a... Am I crazy or am I...
Nice dab.
Yeah, we didn't sign up for this. This is probably going to be the only dab of this show.
Yeah.
Roll the dice on that.
Have to remember.
This is going to be checking to see if the charts are on point because this is on the higher scale and I haven't done too much research on that. Who else is going to do it if not us?
Come on. I survived. You should get the shirt. I survived.
The D2T chart.
We have bangers for the people that do the gauntlet that say I survived Hot Dabs Pod, and it's the Toro bangers.
Fucking great. It's a lot of. That's a lot of rocks.
This seems like a lot, like way more than 1.8, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
I saw the chart. And
Is this scale right?
but low key, if that's how much you need to make sure it still tastes good, because I felt like a gram was.
So what are we going in at? 850?
Because we did a gram at what temperature? 1.1.
Yeah, I guess. This is a lot.
That's a lot.
If it's hot, that's cool because this is hot dabs.
Okay.
We don't want a cold dab.
Let's pull the chart back.
Ooh, I got it. God dang.
Yeah,
Fill both those jars.
1.8.
You don't want to do a too hot of a dab, right?
Yeah.
All right. I don't know if my nail is going to be enough for this, but I'm going to try it.
So you can go in through the top.
I'm going to have to, for sure, go through the top. No inserts. I think inserts would work out better for this, but fuck it. All right, let's start. I'll go first.
Here.
All ports, of course.
All
Always ports, of course.
It's only approved for the Toro bangers. Thanks, Toro.
Toro ports. But we're going to have to cut that because he's that double slurper isn't. He needs to make one. Anybody out there, let us know.
You can put a hot dab sticker on it.
Now, the thing about the D2T chart is, and not to be underestimated, it requires a full equal heat up. It has to be all over. It can't just be the bottom trough and the top is all cold. It has to be equal parts. Heat to quartz ratio. That's H2Q.
H2Q.
H2Q. Ever heard of it?
That's some science.
Yeah, that's science.
H2Q.
Speaking of science, you got some scientists that enter your competitions because to grow this weed, it takes a little bit of science, a little bit of intuition, and a little bit of a green thumb. Can you tell us about some of the winners?
Oh man, I'm so happy to announce that this year was one of the first years that we've had an old school few strains win.
Like what?
Number one from
Blue Dream.
I know. You would think that's a good seller though. But number one was Super Lemon Haze.
Really?
Yeah,
Some SS8.
Yeah, from Northern Harvest.
Or no, some
This
Super
is-
Lemon Haze. I'm thinking about Super Silver Haze.
Yeah. Let me just make sure. Yeah, Super Lemon Haze
I'm going to be there.
from Northern Harvest. Number one.
Immediately he's in. Ready for this?
Let's
Super
go.
lemon haze.
Sheesh.
I'll put that on for you.
Any good? Oh my God. Oh fuck.
Got water in my mouth.
Yeah.
That's the cool experience.
Hash?
Yeah,
It's all ass, bro. It was just bubbling, squirting.
I'm at 1.2
All right.
right here. I'm going to try 1.2. That was clearly too much hash
That was a shit
for the
show.
banger to work. But you saw it here first, people. The D2T chart. Maybe it could be a V2, a V2T.
Ugh, we're going to have to be...
But here's a 1.2.
I had the shit tipped over, too. Oh, shit, he needs something.
Caps.
Something.
We got you. Wow, yeah! Look at those go. Those are perfect dabs.
Perfect D2T. Holy
perfect
shit, he's
D2T.
gone in a cloud of smoke.
Josh, you're gonna get high today.
The Cheech and Chong shit.
All the way up. Hey, if they're putting on events for you, they better be hitting it like that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We're not one of those I don't medicate kind of people. You know?
Hey, we appreciate the plant. We appreciate the product. The host with the most to both of these guys.
Whoa!
We appreciate what you guys do for the community. You guys are savage right now. Collectively, like 4 grams or something.
I can't believe how much just spilled on him.
That was so intense.
That was a serving to the hash gods.
Hey, this is what we go through to get this chart right for you guys.
Fuck.
Yep.
You said 850?
So tell us a little bit more about some of the old school. You said the Super Lemon Haze,
Super Lemon Haze took it, man.
and that was for flower.
That was for flower. Number one out of 50 something entries.
And then
I smoked some of it. It was fire.
Yeah, it was
They gave out
really,
the
really
little
good.
samples.
Great representation. Northern Harvest, shout out to you guys.
Yeah, they're
They
fire.
killed it on that one. Number two was Decimal Gardens, Mango Mazzani or something like that. And that shit was fire too.
Decimal Gardens.
Decimal Gardens. They're also from up north. Baba Koo won number 3. Shout out Baba Koo.
Babaku's fire.
Yeah, that,
I like
it was
their
really
stuff.
That's
good,
the
man.
strain.
No, that's the
brand.
That's the brand. The
smoking some
strain
of their
was
stuff.
Blue Ritz, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Was that it? Yeah, I think it was Blue Ritz, which was just on point. I brought a few other ones today. I don't know how I'm still talking after that fucking dab.
You did
Thank
great,
fellas.
buddy.
That was great.
This is a real one.
Hashish took number one with their peach Skittles. And you know about Hashish. They just
Shout
make
out
fire.
Hashish.
Shout out
He's a good
Hashish.
friend. They
Hashish.
contribute some of the hash that we
850.
do. Fresh off the press. So those
Fresh
are
off the press.
hometown
Exactly.
friends.
We got to get him on the hot dabs.
We've been
podcast
trying
there.
to. He's ducking us. He's afraid to come on.
He
Man.
needs the chart action though. Damn, Darby. Woo.
Ooh.
That's a fatty.
Yeah, it's going to get stuck
wow.
everywhere.
Look at that. It's like honey. But yeah, I brought a few other ones. Weed was this, that shit. They took place with for infused pre-roll. And then we got some pistol whip also placed. This is the Tropical Belts top shelf cultivation and Turk Canyon collaboration. They took a place with that. So yeah, the event was fucking awesome, man.
And did everybody find out at the event whether they won or not?
Exactly.
They
That's
went
where
into it not knowing. So
Yep.
it's an award ceremony, but it's also a party, right? Consumers can come. There's
Exactly.
consumption on site.
Consumption on site. It's a private event. If you're above 21, you can have your cannabis on you, and you can smoke. You can smoke cannabis. We're all adults.
Yeah.
So that's how we run our events. And we just feel like we're gonna keep on going. The culture is strong and heavy, and we just appreciate everyone coming out, man.
Yeah, it's definitely growing stronger and stronger within the San Diego community, and you do a great job
Thanks,
of
bro.
curating that community, bringing out a bunch of people. Like you said, it's a diverse crowd. It's people from different backgrounds, people that you may not ordinarily come across in your day-to-day, but then when you actually get to sit down and spend some time with them, you realize, oh, we have more in common.
Yeah.
And we can actually learn things from one another that we may not have known.
It's one of the best parts about it, to be honest, just bringing the people together.
That's what
It was
it's
a
all
great
about.
time. Yeah, I got to see a lot of my friends.
Darby,
too.
what was one of your biggest takeaways from the event? What did you like?
Well, I got to see a lot of my friends, which was nice, and because it's a San Diego event, so we always appreciate a good event down at San Diego. And I just did that fucking 1.2, and
Was it on D2T?
that was the number.
See, that's the type of nail, though. So that's why there is still a variable on the scale you need to take into account. We could see that
I gotta clean this.
clear as day going into it that this banger was not going to hold up to what we needed, especially just at this angle we were using. We were asking too much of it, guys. We set ourselves up for failure. It wasn't the scale's fault, so to say. But
It was partly my fault.
definitely some adjustments. 1.8 maybe a little bit too much for what do we do? 850?
Yeah.
Maybe you want to cut that down to like a 1.5 or 1.3 is what you did?
1.2.
So a little bit of an adjusting. That was in the yellow zone. Josh, what do you expect from your next competition? I think you're throwing another one in around at 710,
Yeah.
right?
The next one is 710. We're doing a 710 competition. We're so stoked about this one too. One of the reasons I did the fat dab. Appreciate that. But yeah, the 710 competition is a concentrate only competition. We're celebrating the concentrates.
Really? Concentrate only?
Concentrate only.
So this one is going to be, once again, recreational and home growers
Exactly.
can enter?
Exactly.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
So we're doing
when does
rosin
this go
entries.
down? When's the entry open up?
We just opened up the entries yesterday, and it's going to close in about 3-4 weeks. So we've got about a month or so for everybody to enter.
So we're going to get this episode out ASAP, and that means that you guys are going to have a couple weeks to enter San Diego. Even if you're not from San Diego, wherever you're watching this from, if you can get your entries to San Diego, you have the opportunity to compete in the 710 competition. When does the actual competition award ceremony go down?
That's going to be in August on the 10th.
August 10th.
Yeah.
So if you guys need a San Diego vacation, it's the end of the summer,
Come on out.
Come on down. Everybody needs a reason to come to sunny San Diego.
That's right.
What do you think, Darbs? What are we missing? Anything? I'm fucking ripped. I know we're all ripped. We just had huge days.
I don't think
it.
we missed much. I know that the event was wonderful.
What about, what's that flower over there? You mentioned you have some new flower coming out?
Yeah, we do. Well, this is our newest batch. This is our Donnie Burger. Check it out right here.
Check it out.
We're calling
You
it
were
the
playing with
Super
this
Donnie.
before the episode a little bit, and you just had it in your hand like this, and I just kept smelling it, and you just kept saying, touch it.
Yeah, man. Yeah, get in there. Yep.
Got to touch it.
This is nice. It's like that nice, it's like pillow weed, like scissor weed. Like you can cut this up. I wouldn't necessarily use a grinder, maybe a flour mill. But this is tremendous. What'd you say this was?
That's Donnie Burger. We have a cut that we hunted a long time ago. Shout
Yeah,
out
one of
to
the
Sean and
loudest
Jason,
ones.
and That was the one.
Great.
It's beautiful. So this new batch is going to be coming out soon under the
Yeah.
San Diego Farmers Cup brand.
Exactly.
Yep.
Yep. Farmer's Cup. Yep.
And that's going to be available throughout California, not
Yep.
just San Diego.
San Diego, SoCal.
Mostly
soon
SoCal, though,
Yeah,
okay.
exactly. SoCal.
So San Diego, if you want to support a local brand, go check that out. And if you want to enter the 710 edition of the Farmers Cup, get those entries in. You have a couple weeks and
Sure.
try to accommodate as many people as they can.
Straight up.
Yep. All right, Josh, thanks for joining us today.
Appreciate
For
you guys.
Farmers Cup information, check out the Farmers Cup Instagram page at FarmersCupOfficial.com. You heard it here. It's easy to remember. We will see you next time.
Well, see you on another time.
Yes, sir.
All right, Darby. Now Darby's going to chug some hot sauce for everybody that's watching at home on Patreon.
Him in the hot sauce.
All right. That was done? That was a good one, right?